Hey everyone, it's Private McKinney again. Touching up on another subject that I've heard about quite a bit. Relationships in the Army. Now, I'm not talking just private to private. I'm talking just relationships in general. Um, don't do it. Don't. I mean, yeah, you can date. There's nothing wrong with dating. You just want to keep it slow. Don't get too into it. Um, Marriage. No. No, you don't want to do marriage. Uh, Things with the Army usually don't work out with marriages. Um, in the 8 months that I've been in, um, I've seen about 12 or 13 marriages come to a complete end. And, they get separated from their loved ones for so long that they forget what they have at home and they find another private and wind up, sleeping with one of them, leads to a big fight, divorce, nastiness, bitterness, fuck the world, that whole mess. It happens a lot. Um, I'm not saying soldiers are cheaters. Sometimes it's their spouse back home that does it. There's quite a bit of loyal soldiers. I'm pretty impressed with that. But it's a big mistake to get married while you're serving. Get married before or after, not during. You don't want to do that. Um, I personally just got out of an engagement. Not exactly easy to deal with right now, but I'm pulling through. I got that strength from the army, and my brother's here, my sister's here. It's just there's so much drama. There's absence. There's I mean, the army really it messes with you a lot, and it's not good for relationships. It's not healthy. So if you're with somebody, you got to know that they are going to be the one. You can't have any doubt within your mind, and even still, there's going to be times when the pressure, the thoughts, everything is going to eat away at you. But just keep that faith high, because you never know. You might actually have the one. If she sticks loyal throughout your whole career, that's the one. You will grow old and gray, and you will die with that person. You know, You're, it's going to be a long, illustrious relationship. It's going to take a lot to fuck it up if the one back home can hang in there for you. Um, but relationships are, I don't know, man. It's just there's so many people who who've been destroyed. People who have lost their mentality. There's this thing called an ACE card. It's a suicide intervention. It tells you what to do if one of your battle buddies is suicidal. Um, well, his wife wound up uh, cheating on him and leaving him, and he wound up attempting to, end his life. Actually, ironically, using the card. Um, it didn't work, thank God. He recovered. He freaked out at the point, and no soldier needs that. With all the shit that they're going to face, the last thing they need to worry about is just somebody who's back home supposed to be there waiting for them being not being loyal, not being honest. It soldiers go through enough as is. You know. Um, so my word of advice is just relationships, no go, no go. Um, Dating is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just in a sense it's experimenting. It's having somebody there that you can talk to, somebody you can listen to, somebody significant back home. Something that if something were to happen, yeah, it's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna destroy you. It's not gonna follow you for years and years to come, such as a divorce would. Um, So dating is fine. Getting engaged, you're starting to cross a line there. You better be certain that that person's going to be there. But the time that you get that contract, that official marriage contract, and enroll your loved one into DEERS, the little program where you get BAH, that's the time that you need to realize how much you're going to be going through, how much your loved one back home is going to be going through. There's a good chance a relationship won't make it. It requires a lot of strength on both ends. You can't quit on each other, so all I'm really having to say, I really have nothing positive to say about relationships while in the Army. Yeah, I wish I was in a relationship right now, but I guess for right now it's for the best that I'm not. I can figure myself out. I can discover what it is that I want. My ex can, go her way. She can do what she wants to do when she wants to do it. She doesn't have to worry about disappointing me, angering me, any of that stuff. Yeah, you're really gonna miss the one that you talk to. You're gonna something goes wrong in the relationship. You got to realize that that person's not going to be there as they were. Um, but there's ways to pull through regardless. So as long as if you're trying to join the Army, you know, don't use the Army to get married. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for you. I can tell you that right now. Um, yeah, that's basically my view on it. I'm sure there's going to be a couple people who think otherwise. Feel free to post a comment, maybe a video response. I'll discuss the topic furthermore when I hear your point. But in my eyes, it's an all-around no-go. I'm not doing it. Free, free to be. You know, just gonna live it up, and I guarantee you won't hear me calling home crying about, oh, my wife cheated on me, oh, she's not talking to me, she's mad at me. It's not going to come from me. It's that much less stressed. If I get in a relationship from there on, I get in a relationship. It might lead to something better. But until then, I'm free of that. I don't have to worry about pressuring my loved ones. Oh, I know I'm over here doing this, doing that. But I also want you to hear about, what's going on with this relationship. I also want to know how you're doing, but time is limited, so I'm just gonna, rant on and just don't do it. It's all disastrous. Just carry on with your life, be a soldier. You'll be alright. Alright, so this is Private McKinney, signing off. Cool.